Hey, yes, you are on with Coach Rice. This is episode number 12. Can you believe it? I am at episode number 12. Super excited to be here with you guys this Monday. And I know it's a lot going on right now in all the states because of this eclipse that's coming up. But I just want to say happy Monday. You are on with Coach Rice. I am your professional certified life and health coach and trained counselor. And I just wanted to talk to you guys today about the art of fostering healthy relationships. I'm doing a relationship series because I've been getting a whole lot of people that want to talk about relationships. And so I've been getting it from different angles. So by popular demand, I decided to do a series. And the first part of the series that I want to actually delve into is relationships on social media. It's really been on my heart, but I'm coming at I want to make sure I stay on topic because I kid you not, it's so much to take from this because part of me have, want to really get into like the, just different aspects of it, but I have to make sure I keep it under the focus of relationships. And so when I describe relationships, if I do it by definition, it is the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected. That's the key. Or the state of being connected. And so a lot of times when we approach social media, these are relationships that we either get on social media so we can find people we haven't talked to in a long time, or a way of socializing because we're in different states, or it can be in a way of marketing. People with businesses use social media to get support with their businesses, which is a great way to do it. And you have different platforms. Social media, just you have so many different platforms. But I want to talk about how to approach these relationships on social media because you have people who approach them in a way that's it's not using it in the right context or using it in the right way. And so I really want to talk about that because it's been on my heart because I've seen so much distress in the area of social media. I've seen people come in and under tremendous amount of emotional distress because of something that happened on social media. Did you know that there's so many people on social media that either approach relationships through harassment or cyberbullying, which is not the way social media was set up for. When you're dealing with relationships on social media, you want to approach it with a level of respect and watch the way you communicate as if you were in a face-to-face interaction. Because think about it. We remember I did that series on the a disconnected culture. I don't know if you guys remember that, but we're approaching a culture where we're constantly disconnected because and some part of it is because of social media. It's putting us more and more in isolation. And imagine being in isolation and you being harassed or um, someone is dealing with cyberbullying through social media and how much distress that's going to cause them because number one, it's out in the open. Just so you know, social media, when you delete, it's not deleted. It's deleted from what you did, but it's out there. Once you put it out there, it's out there. And when you're dealing with how do you foster healthy relationships on social media is that you approach it number one with a level of respect. Be respectful. When people are posting, and these are people who you accepted as your friend, or some people even come on your page. And, be mindful of who you communicating with. Because a lot of times we get angry when we're talking outside of social media, and then some people bring it on social media. That's what you call harassment, because you're laying out your dirty laundry on Facebook for people to see. I don't know how important it is to you, but it's important to me. It's very important to me because that is your branding. That's how you show up every day. I don't know about you, but I don't want my branding to look like I'm bullying somebody or I'm demeaning someone on Facebook and treating them without treating them in a bad way, because I don't know what on the other end what they're going through and what it's doing to them emotionally or physically at that point, because communication on Facebook is not always clear. And so you have to really be careful. Think about it. I was looking at a survey and it talks about cyberbullying. There's a research center that of cyberbullying that said over 37% of young people in the United States experience cyberbullying. The interesting part that I found was on there is that the Pew Research Center found that over 59% of adults experiencing a form of cyberbullying and harassment, they're dealing with that. And it's interesting because adults are actually involved in these things. So when you have an issue with a relationship, do you think it's wise to put it on social media where the world can see what's happening in your life? The world can see that you have an issue with one person and you're actually harassing or bullying or using offensive language with them on social media, on a platform like that. I don't know about you. Do you know jobs look at your Facebook page to see how if they should hire you or not? There's a rhythm and a pattern in your conversation in Facebook that tells a story about you. Do you remember on Facebook when you can tap something and it comes up and it tells you like your personality traits, and it is so close to true because they see it's an algorithm and a pattern of your language that you're using in your Facebook page, that they're picking up your personality. Now that's deep. So you got to be careful how you approach social media. Now, if they're picking up that rhythm, imagine what your relationships are doing on Facebook. How you showing up in your relationships has everything to do with it, because you want to be authentic when you're approaching your page as well. You want to be who you are, but you want to make sure that you have a level of respect for your people that's on your page, that's supporting you, that's watching you, that's actually you sharing, kind of sharing a little life with them. But you got to be careful because 90%, I say 70% of your friends are not your friends, and I'm being nice. 70% are not true friendships. They just associates. You mean to tell me you're going to be willing to share your most intimate details of your life with people that has not, they don't have the substance of the relationship that's needed for that? Like my son call it relationship equity. There's not enough in that, to be honest with you, for me to share my life to a level of where I'm just out there laying my dirty laundry. I'm not laying my dirty laundry out on Facebook, even though I don't have a lot going on. But some people, they get upset, they vent, go to a therapist. Go see a therapist. Don't let Facebook be your support system. This is not the platform for that. It was really originally supposed to be for sharing pictures, finding old friends, and giving out information. Now it's like almost abuse, because even families are literally fighting on Facebook, through Facebook, and other people are seeing it. And people are, if you notice, if you post something that's positive, you don't really get a lot of hits. Post something negative, you may go viral. So you want to be careful of how you approach your relationships on Facebook because everybody is not your friend. Everybody don't have your best interests at heart. I don't post my grandkids. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because there is it's called, I believe, digital. It's something where if you post your child's picture, someone else will come and take that picture and make a page of your child and try to get your friends to be friends because you got a page of a child of your child on there, and they use your child to get in your friends page, and try to get money from your friends. There's stuff like, or they use your child's picture for pornography, that putting their face, using AI to change their facial things. And you have to be careful because these your loved ones. And so I personally don't put my grandkids up anymore because I want to share, but I'm putting them at risk to be out there for someone that don't have their best interests at heart, don't have my best interests at heart. So when you're on Facebook and you're communicating with your people, with your friends on Facebook, remember in the context of, you got good friends on Facebook, then you got people you know. Understand who you talking to, understand how you relating information on Facebook. When you go out of town, people say, "Oh, we all leaving for out of town, be back, see you, we're gonna have fun on our trip." That seems so innocent. But I promise you, there's some people that don't have your best interests. And you never know. You come home, your house cleaned out because you're on vacation. Some people have experienced that. So you want to approach social media in a safe manner. Make sure that you be careful how you put information out there, and respecting other people, how you put their information out there. When you approach social media, don't engage in harassment. People can say what they want, but you got a right to respond. Set some boundaries on how you're going to interact with people, because you want to make sure that every message that you send out there is part of your branding. Every derogatory comment you make is part of your branding. Spreading false information is part of your branding, but it's also part of building relationships with people on Facebook. You cannot build healthy relationships in that kind of arena. So you want to be careful how you represent yourself when you're on Facebook. And I really want to talk about that because I see it all the time. I see family members fighting on Facebook. I see friends fighting on Facebook, saying things indirectly to hurt someone else. That is not acceptable, and it should not be used on Facebook. You can't take that stuff back. And you don't know how the receiver on the other end is feeling after you put something like that out. Do you know how it affects people mentally, and it's in different levels? Some people get so emotionally distressed that they'll disconnect and isolate. Some people get to the point where they experience anxiety and depression, even suicidal thoughts, because this is a public arena that things are being put out there for. And the reason why I'm talking about this, because relationships on Facebook, I thought that was my friend. I thought she really cared about me. You took a relationship that's on the internet to a level where it has not been supported or at the level that it should be supported in. For instance, you got people who will friend you on Facebook, try to get a relationship with you, and you're like, "Oh, I found the boyfriend on Facebook or a girlfriend on Facebook. We haven't seen each other yet, but we talk all the time. We message all the time." And now somebody asking for money, and can you come see me? And this person is misrepresenting themselves. People get scammed on Facebook all the time because they thought that relationship was safe. Every relationship on Facebook is not safe. So you want to be careful because that's how information get hacked because every relationship ain't safe. If you really if you get a friend request from me and I'm already your friend, why would you friend me again? That letting you know that something is wrong. Then somebody come in your message acting like me, asking you for money, and you don't check with me first, something is wrong. You have to be careful because every relationship is not meaningful on Facebook. You got to know who you're dealing with. You're not really connected physically or emotionally with these people. You just connected through pictures. You don't know where they at in it. You don't know where they really are in their life. So be careful on how you approach these relationships within the arena of social media. If you have conflicts with other people, resolve them outside of Facebook. To me, I think that's a coward way to handle it. Step up. If you got a conflict, approach the person and say, "Hey, let's resolve this or whatever." But to get on Facebook and lay that dirty laundry out, that's not good. Facebook is for showing support for businesses, support for each other as friends, support each other as classmates, old classmates. You got businesses, even companies got, that get on social media. You really want to approach it in a way of support when you get on social media because you don't know who's watching you. Um, be careful with the privacy of what you're letting out on Facebook. Like I said, people approach it as if they're safe. No, you're not safe all the time because remember, anything can go viral. So you want to be careful. It really causes a lot of problems. I see it all the time. People come in and they struggling with the relationships that are built on Facebook, especially when it comes to relationships like marriages and boyfriend girlfriend relationships. They're upset because somebody said like on a page of somebody who had something revealing on, and now you got a problem. And so you get those type of things that come up. So be careful how you handle Facebook when it comes to relationships because you want to be respectful to your mate while you're dealing with Facebook because that can be misunderstood in the wrong way. And sometimes old old people that you have dated try to come on Facebook and be friends with you for the wrong reasons and try to build relationships that way. It's an easy way to get in and it causes a lot of turbulence in relationships. And so be careful and set boundaries on who you let in as your friend on Facebook and be careful on who comes on your Facebook. I had a person come on Facebook and say, "Hey, I want to be your friend. I like what you posting, blah blah blah." And then I didn't answer. They came back because I don't know this person, so I didn't confirm the friendship. Then they kept on trying. I reached out to you again and they, I want to talk to you because I really like how you look. Now we got a problem. I didn't respond, so you were rude. So I went on there and blocked everything about that person because I didn't want them in my page. That's to me is harassment. And I didn't know because my stuff is public, how far this person will go, so I just cut it off. Be careful. Be careful what links you press on Facebook because some links will lead you to porn or something like that, or something that's inappropriate videos and stuff like that. Be careful because you could be a victim of opening up yourself in that area as well. And if you get into that when it becomes porn popping up on your page, now you got a problem because when somebody is seeking you for employment and go on your Facebook, that can pop up. It can easily pop up. So be careful with that piece too. But that's just letting you know. I just want you to know that understand how connected you are on social media versus being connected to the person on social media. Be mindful of those two things because they go you connected to the world, but you connected at a macro level, you connected to the world, but at a micro level, you connected to the friends that's on your page. But you're open to the world, which is interesting. So you have to be careful how you navigate through social media, what you put on there. You can put on something that can be as innocent as you want it to be, but it's not innocent to the naked eye. And it can be misunderstood as something that can get you locked up. So be careful on how you approach Facebook in a way of connection. And so there's another piece that I want to make sure that we really be careful with on social media is all of these ads popping up. Be careful with that. And especially with when people have losses and putting what is it, go to me funds or go fund me or something. The social media takes majority of that money anyway, but be careful with some of those links because it may not be the person that's people come on there and take advantage of loved ones that are really under distress and building a page on the side where you wouldn't even know they building. So you got to really be careful on how you navigate this social media thing. LinkedIn is a good one for business purposes, but some people misinterpret the relationships on there and forget this is a bit this is your resume. This is how you find jobs. Don't approach that in a way that's just so laxed to the point that you forget you're on social media. Remember, your branding is important. If when you build healthy relationships, it comes with proper communication and respect. Communication in a way that just like your job, when you on your job and they tell you to take compliance assessments where they teaching you how to communicate through email. They do that so that you won't offend other people and to make sure that you continue to communicate properly in a corporate world. You approach Facebook the same way because you're dealing with people on the other end of the receiving end that has a different lens than yourself. So check what you're sending out before you send it because it could be misinterpreted. And it's not that you making a person feel some way because you can't do that. It's the fact that you just be more respectful in how you communicate on Facebook because you're dealing with it or another connection on the other end. And so communication requires that we really look at what are we communicating? Are we communicating in a derogatory way? Or is it coming off as derogatory? I got to be careful how I word it because it can get misconstrued. And so you want to make sure that you communicate properly. So I just really wanted to get on. I'm in Detroit right now, and I just really wanted to get on and start off with that piece because I see so many negative, derogatory comments on pages and people going back and forth. But I also see people come see me about how they feel about social media. And I'm like, really? This is stressing you out like that? And I get it because it's out there. It's out there for the world to see how somebody is tearing my branding up or my name up. And I can't even, and I have no way of defending myself. This is how people are feeling. And now they're distressed and we don't know the effects of how far the distress is going to go. So we're at the level of building relationships on social media and not really building healthy relationships on social media where we can support one another, enjoy each other's pictures, and enjoy each other and reach out when we really want to connect. But we can't do that because of the way we are handling the relationships and the way other people handle them, make it scared for other people to want to even connect anymore. It's just getting to the point where people do not want to connect. People are fed up, they done. We want to fight for relational connection. And so social media, I want to start with that one first. So I just want to say happy Monday. Be careful how you conduct yourself on social media. I promise you, it will follow you for the rest of your life. Thank you for listening. I'm signing off. I thank you guys all the time for listening. Stay tuned because next week will be part 2, but it'll be a different type of relationship. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. But happy Monday. Enjoy your day. Hope you enjoy the eclipse that's out. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for listening.